Hello everyone, my name is Jasmine. I'm a copywriter and certified content marketing strategist. And if you want to learn how you can stay ahead of your content creation and planning so you're not all over the place and so you can be consistent in your marketing without losing yourself, sleep, or sanity in the process, then stick around because I have some tips for you. Hi, I'm Jasmine, copywriter and certified content marketing strategist, helping you get set up for success online through the power of copywriting and content marketing strategies. Let's get to it. Hello, everyone. So today I'm going to be sharing with you tips on how you can stay ahead of your content creation and planning process so you can be consistent and also not have to post content on the fly, right? And so if you want to learn how you can stay ahead of your content creation, then I have 4 tips that I am going to share with you that I use every day in my business. Also, something that I help my clients with as well so they can get ahead of their content creation process, because that's one thing that I love to be able to do is help you collapse the time, help you create more freedom, ease, and flow. And by you implementing these steps, by you implementing these tips, you'll be empowered to do that as well. So let's jump right in. The first tip that I want to share with you is all about you using a quicker picker upper. And what do I mean by that is not the Bounty paper towel, but so what do I mean by that? Well, in the case that I'm referring to, I am talking about so you're not having to start all the way from scratch, right? I've been a professional writer for a number of years, and I'm telling you, especially when you're up against a deadline, or even when you're doing your content calendar, for example, if you want to stay ahead and stay consistent with your content creation and write fast so it doesn't feel as draining or so it doesn't feel as hard as far as like getting your first draft out there, then you definitely want to not always start from scratch. So you can do that through having templates that you're using, through having like an idea book that you keep around where you jot down all your favorite phrases, your favorite words. So you're not having to start all the way from scratch. You know, you can use writing prompts, and I do have some writing prompts. I have a list of 50 writing prompts you can get, and I'll leave that link in the description. But so use a quicker picker upper. You don't have to start all the way from scratch every single time. Use templates. Take advantage of the tools and resources that you have available to you so you can quickly pick up your content and create it and plan it and be set and good to go, right? And so the second tip that I want to share with you to help you with your content creation planning is to have a master list. And what do I mean by that is you should be every day throughout your life, you know, if you're going to be creating content, it's so important to have a list that you can reference for whenever it's time to write. You can pull from this list. So you have your content ideas, you have your you just have all your content ideas all in one place. Okay. So the next tip that I want to share with you is you can start to batch out your content. Batch whenever you feel inspired to write. And that's one thing. Too many times people, they wait until they have to force themselves to write. They have to sit themselves down to write. And so one way to get around that, if that is your process of creating content, is you forcing yourself to write or you having to sit yourself down to write, then whenever that time comes, why don't you just batch out a bunch of content at once? That'll help you in your content creation and planning process when you batch, because you are not having to, you're able to pull from a library of content that you've already created that you can post, right? And so you want to take the time that, whenever you do sit yourself down to write or to create content, you want to make sure that you are batching out as much content as you can within that time frame that you allotted yourself to create the content. Okay? The next tip that I want to share with you as it relates to staying ahead of your content creation and planning is to take advantage of the scheduling tools that exist, right? And so, you guys, there are so many tools out here that empower us to create more freedom, ease, and flow and automate much of the process. So take advantage of those scheduling tools that empower you to be able to post on social media or send out your email campaigns or post out your blog posts or whatever. Like, use those scheduling tools that are already available, and a lot of them, they're basically the same. So it doesn't matter which one you get because they all pretty much have the same function, which is helping you to draft out content and then schedule it for the date you want it to publish on your platform. So definitely take advantage of that. That's going to help you stay ahead of your content creation and planning because, like I said, in the last step, that, whenever you do sit yourself down to write and you're batching out content, why don't you just go ahead and schedule out the content that you just created, that you just batched out to be able to post for the days ahead, right? So you can stay ahead of your content creation and planning, right? My last tip that I want to share with you to help you stay ahead of your content creation and planning process is to repurpose the old into new. So you have so much that you've already created on various platforms, on various, like, whether it's in your journal or on your laptop, or maybe you have videos, or maybe you have podcasts, or maybe you have old blog posts or old social media posts, whatever the case may be. I'm pretty sure, especially if you've been in business, you have a lot of content that you've already created. So why don't you just revisit some of the old things that you have and see what you can repurpose or refresh or turn into something new, right? And so these are ways that you can stay ahead of your content creation and planning process, is to repurpose content, batch out content, use the scheduling tools, and also to use a master list and pull from, don't start from scratch, right? So use these tips to help you stay ahead of your content creation and planning process. And like I said, I am leaving some links down below where you'll be able to grab the writing prompts. Like I said, I have a list of 50 plus writing prompts that you can use. So take advantage of the resources that you have available to you at your fingertips and use this information that I'm sharing with you so you can be consistent in your content creation, so you can stay ahead of your content creation and planning, and you will be set up for success, right? So take this and run with it and go out and make some magic. And until next time, I will see you on the next one. Bye.